Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road, a bit like this van driver who's as mentally stable as a one-legged drunk on a unicycle. Or this next real low capacity bottom feeder that obviously doesn't know what a red traffic light or pedestrian crossing's for and whose trainer fault is fully derailed. Or maybe this low IQ mug in the Audi showing why everybody needs the 4 circles of privilege on their car. And then, of course, you've got proper mugs like this, whose ladders are definitely missing a few rungs, who just drive around on the wrong side of the road. How do you do that? Unbelievable. This from Nick, and we've had a sap in an Audi, now I suppose it's time for a Muppet in a Merc. And of course, when it's a black A-series with blacked out windows, they must be in front. Unlike before they were born and they was waiting in the long queue for brains, they must have been at the back. Look what Shuja captured. Look, the 3 usual suspects, the Burke in the Merc at the back, the Audi in the middle, always an utter dickhead inside, and at the front, in scaffold pole position, the BMW, the brainless mental wander, all smashed each other up. I love it. Now, as Albert Einstein once said, 2 things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. But this goon in the Merc is stuck in his own little world, yeah, a world full of regret and bad choices, and where every sentence begins with sorry. This from Dennis B, and there's Fruit Loop Freight Services there in the blue truck, driving around with the tail lift down, trying to behead as many motorcyclists as possible. This from Pete, and here we go, a donut in a van who drives on the wrong side of the road. He probably bats for the other side as well. His belt definitely don't go through all the loops, that's for sure. 2 idiots in this clip from Dave Q. First one's a simpleton chasing the ambulance in the 1 Series BMW there. Second one is the plank up there in the little silver Mercedes. He's turning right. But then the last minute he decides to go straight ahead and nearly takes out the BMW, and the BMW nearly takes out Dave. Them 2 are so inbred, I bet their family trees look like triangles. This from Pat, and he's just going up this little one-way road here. But unfortunately, the dimwit you're about to see, who's got a brain that's emptier than a balloon at a kid's birthday party, doesn't seem to realise what a no entry sign means. Okay, now this is from Scunthorpe Bike Crime on YouTube, and just watch this reprobate stripes down the side of the motor and doesn't even stop. Now, it turns out it was a woman driving, and the police caught up with her very shortly after, and it's just as well they did, because she was so under the influence of drink or drugs, she could hardly stand and she could hardly speak. Delinquents like that need a lifetime ban and 6 months in prison. Bye. Then we have this vehicle, which is adorned with the red and yellow chevrons of privilege that we know so well, which basically let you do what you like, when you like, and drive like a massive Joe Blunt. Here we go, small residential street. Why do we go slow down these sorts of streets? That's exactly why we go slow. If you know anybody who's a bit of a lead foot in these little roads, send them that clip. Give them a bit of a heads up, please. Apologies about the quality of the clip. There's nothing I can do about it. Now just watch what this Rickshaw does. Now what gets me about these is that over a year ago, a bill was passed in Parliament for Transport for London to regulate these. And as of yet, they're still running wild around London, unregulated and free, to not only rip off tourists and other members of the public, but also to put their safety at risk. I'll put a link to the news article relating to this down below in the description. This from Ali Raj, and we're about to see one of Transport for London's fully regulated and licensed private hire vehicles doing what they do best, putting crash test dummies out of work and bumping up everyone's insurance premiums, whilst carrying the travelling public of London in a safe and timely manner. And staying on a similar subject, here's another TfL twat on the left there, identifying as a cyclist and driving up the segregated cycle lane. Here's another one from Scunthorpe Bike Crime on YouTube. I'll put a link to his channel down below in the description for all you bikers watching this. Here we go, 2 of the local scroats, Dumb and Dumber, and they've noticed that bike is parked up there and it's unlocked. And the reason it's unlocked is because the guy's literally just gone into a shop, which is just to the left of the picture, for 1 minute. Just watch his cretin, slow as a snail on a treadmill. Look, he's got flat concrete there and he chooses to push it up the steep grass bank. And now he's dropped the bike and he's gone like a robber's dog, because here comes the owner swinging his chain like Bubba out of Mad Max 1. Guys, lock your bikes. And here's another fine display of Class 1 BMW lane discipline there, from the outside lane to the slip road in 1. Right, just have a look at this. This is my friend's cousin, yeah? Now, this is the level of intelligence what some people have got out there. On the wrong side of the road, bosh! Definitely a few miles short of a marathon, that one. But what's really frightening, the woman in the white car who caused this, she actually had 2 baby seats in the back at the time. Thankfully, no babies in them. This clip from Richard G just proves that people don't think. Look, he's in the right hand lane. Where's he want to go? Over to the left, of course. That's exactly where he wants to go. Sharp as a beach ball, that one. Now, nothing quite says I buy Vaseline in bulk and still spy on my sister when she's in the bath, like driving on the wrong side of the traffic island and then following through with going through the red light. And here's another knobhead doing exactly the same thing in the wet with poor visibility directly into the path of an oncoming car. What a melt. This from Martin S. And just watch what this plum in this red car does. Such an easy manoeuvre. Just pull over to the left a bit, let the other car go and move on. But no, what's he do? Drive straight into Martin's wall. Definitely been drinking in my opinion. No way you'd do that if you was sober. No way. Either that or he's a few peas short of a casserole. One or the other. Now this is Hyde Park Corner up by Piccadilly, Knightsbridge and Park Lane, and all bets are off around this little gyratory system as this smooth brain non-reader just proves straight there, just pulls straight out. Easily done when you've got a brain that works as well as a solar panel in a coal mine, I suppose. Right, for those that still ain't got dash cams and they want one, here's your chance. Go down in the description down below, click on the link, use promo code RM15 at the checkout, get yourself a Road Angel dash cam and save yourself 15%. This from Red Eye 714, and you lot can all shut up about Audi drivers not using their indicators. Watch this, look. Left indicator goes on, and he goes right. This from Man of Bromley, and come on, let's be fair, we've all got fed up sitting in traffic. There's nothing you can do. Well, there is something you can do. If you're a pedestrian, or you drive a car and you've got the mental agility of a parked bus, utilise the pavement space right next to you. Why not? It's an absolute no-brainer. Like this dimwit here, look at him. This from Ali Raj, and I've got some hot news for you. Transport for London, in conjunction with Go Ahead London, who own this bus, are piloting a brand new scheme in London. Yeah, any bus driver that's named Joe Blunt and there's too much traffic and no bus lane, you just use the pavement. It's a no-brainer. But the real genius of this scheme is, yeah, if you can't get to the pavement on the left-hand side, don't worry. You're allowed to use the pavement on the right-hand side and go into the flow of traffic which is coming towards you. It doesn't matter. Thousands of miles of pavement which are being unutilised by buses are now being utilised. This scheme is genius. I can see Nobel Prizes being given out for this left, right and centre. And needless to say, the bus driver who we're watching now, who's displaying the directional ability of a blind rat at a Jack Russell convention, is actually a Darwin Award nominee. Here's a couple of wet fireworks who don't know the dangers of a 100-ton moving metal train. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, I'll put a smile on your face. Please hit that little like and subscribe button down below if you ain't done it already, because it really does help me out. Right, let's have a look at some two-wheel, two-brain cell cock-asses. Okay, so first out the gate is this from Dan, as you can see, stopping at the lights. The learner motorcyclist come around the corner. He's looking as stable as a three-legged chair on a trampoline, and he goes down. I'm not going to be too hard on him. The guy's learning to ride. He had all the gear on. It was only a slow-speed accident. But do yourself a favour. Don't lift up a bike or a heavy object like this guy. All you'll end up doing is slipping a disc and walking like a wizard without a staff. Here's another one from Man of Bromley, and this is a classic example of all the gear, no idea. Keep your eye on matey on the right. You know when he left his house earlier, he said to himself, I am Chris Boardman. But his feet get stuck in the pedals and now he's Chris Floordman. The curse of the SPD clips strikes again. And if you're using SPD clips for anything other than racing, it stands for one thing: stupid, pointless and dangerous. Look at this two-wheel, two-brain cell butt munch. Wouldn't it be unfortunate if a pensioner's walking stick slipped and became lodged in the spokes of his front wheel as he's doing that? Yeah, look at me, filming myself training on the rollers. Yeah, look at me, looking like a massive Joe Blunt. Bye. This is the sort of thing you do when your brain's as useless as an ejector seat on a helicopter. This from Eddies, and you'll find him on X. Here's another space cadet, not looking where he's going, and sends his brain into orbit. Let's have another look, and he's about to find out that not looking where you're going means you'll be picking yellow paint out your teeth for 2 weeks. Now, nothing quite says I'm unable to grasp the basics of physics in relation to large immovable metal objects like riding my bike into a bright yellow barrier. If it's nice, we play it twice. Here he comes, displaying the mental strength of wet cardboard, and after this, he'll display the body shape of an origami bird. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'll put a playlist up here on the right if you want to watch more of my videos. Thanks to everyone who sent in clips. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.